So for the magnetic snap, it comes with 4 pieces per snap. So we've got the 2 bits that are going to magnetize together, and then the 2 bits that stabilize the back of the snap. So to go on the flap, what you need is the sort of thinner one of the 2, which is normally the one with the sticky out prong bit there. And for the bit on your main bag, it's normally the thicker one that has the sort of more embossed in there. So put those 2 to the side there, a back and then the thicker one. So then for the snap, for the one for your flap, you measure where you want to put it onto at what point. So do a dot to mark sort of the central part of the snap. As you can see, I'm marking it here on the back of the fabric. Then to just give it extra sort of to help stabilize it even more, always sort of add an iron on a little bit of interfacing. So I've found the central point there of where it's being marked on, and then this is where this bit's handy to use here. So you place that over the marking on your pattern or where you've marked on, draw the 2 lines either side, and then what you do with an unpicker or a small pair of scissors is you cut through, and then what you're able to do, I'll just remove that for a moment just so you can see, is I push that through from the front like that, the front of the fabric. It goes through your piece of interfacing and your fabric, which I haven't ironed it on there, but yours will be ironed on. And that's when you then fix this bit here, slide that down over the back, and then push those out to hold in place. Smaller ones often come with slightly shorter prongs that you can press them in, but I find that it's sort of stronger if you press those outwards. So then that's your fixture of one side of the magnetic snap on, and then I'll put another video up for just attaching that to the main part of your bag, but it is done in the same way. So I'll go through that a little bit. So we've added the magnetic snap to the flap there, which, just to make sure, is 4 centimeters up from the top edge and central there. And we added the interfacing to the back and have pushed that one through. And now it's time to just put on the other side, the thicker indented side of the magnetic snap. So I'm working on the back again. This is quite a strong fabric that has got some stiffening on it already, so I'm not going to add interfacing to this one. But if it's quite a fine fabric, I would add some on. But if you're doing it with oilcloth, you won't need to add a piece of interfacing behind to do the magnetic snap. So for the crossbody bag, you will measure 16 centimeters down from the top and find the center. And I've done the same of putting the back part of the magnetic snap on, doing a dot, and then marking the 2 sides there and cutting through with the unpicker or a small pair of scissors. And then what you can do is push your snap through from the front, turn it over, and put on the back disc, and then push those out, and then just set that aside for later. So what we've got there is your magnetic snap that's on your main bag, that when the flap's made and then comes down, it'll join together. So that's all we need to do for now. And that's how to do both sides of the magnetic snap.